Hello, YouTube friends. Today we're going to explore a fascinating country full of surprises, Canada. It's known for its stunning landscapes, cultural diversity, and of course, for being extremely friendly. But did you know that it is one of the first in the world to legalize marriages between two women? This happened right in the year 2005, when many women were finally able to freely say yes to each other and kiss each other without being judged on the street. Did you know that it is also a place full of incredible curiosities? Stay with us while we tell you much more about this controversial issue, which brought about very different opinions on it, both in the country and abroad. We will also tell you the 5 most surprising facts about Canada, from number 5 to number 1. Ready? Make yourself comfortable on the couch and feel free to give us your opinion on the matter. We would love to read you. Let's go! A look at Canada, currency, tourism, and history. Before we get into our curiosities, let's take a brief look at some fundamental aspects of Canada. The coin. In Canada, the official currency is the Canadian dollar. Canadian banknotes are known for their vibrant colors and unique designs, and coins include the famous loonie, nicknamed after the bird of the same name that appears on the $1 coin. Tourism. Canada is a top tourist destination, attracting millions of visitors each year with its stunning natural landscapes, from the Rocky Mountains to Niagara Falls. In addition, Canadian cities such as Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal offer a rich mix of culture, cuisine, and entertainment. A little history. Canada has a rich and diverse history. Originally inhabited by various indigenous nations, it was colonized by the French and then the British. In 1867, it was consolidated as a country with the Canadian Confederation, and has since evolved into a modern, multicultural country. Canada and the LGBTQ community. It is important to note that Canada is known for being one of the most progressive countries when it comes to LGBTQ rights. In 2005, it became the 4th country in the world to legalize same-sex marriage. Today, cities like Toronto and Vancouver are famous for their vibrant LGBTQ communities and events like Toronto Pride, one of the largest pride parades in the world where freedom and fun take place for all kinds of people who want to have a great time and celebrate this kind of freedom. Places for the LGBTQ community. Toronto, here you'll find the Village at Church Wellesley, one of the most well-known LGBTQ areas in the world, filled with bars, restaurants, and shops. Woody's Bar is famous and has been featured in the series Queer as Folk, a series that has left an indelible mark on LGBTQ+ representation on television. This series was an American-Canadian adaptation of the British series of the same name and aired between 2000 and 2005. You can take a walk around there to be part of this series and breathe in how people live there, or simply have a relaxed coffee and enjoy the freedom that you feel. Queer as Folk follows the lives of a group of gay friends living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Through their stories, the series addresses themes such as love, friendship, AIDS, homophobia, and LGBTQ rights. Impact and popularity. The series was notable for its honest and uncensored depiction of gay life, and pioneered explicit scenes that other series avoided. It was hugely popular and helped open a dialogue about LGBTQ+ issues on mainstream television. Vancouver, the Davie Village area in West End, is the heart of the city's LGBTQ+ community. Celebrities Nightclub is a popular spot for a lively night out. Montreal, the gay village on St. Catherine Street, is one of the largest LGBTQ+ neighborhoods in the world, known for its vibrant nightlife and festivals such as Diverse/Sight. A brief introduction to freedom in Canada. Before we get into the fun facts, we want to point out something very important about Canada. Not only is this country a place of stunning landscapes and diverse cultures, but it is also a passionate defender of human rights. Canada is known for its respect and support for same-sex couples, promoting an inclusive and free society. Now that's something to admire. Although we know that there can of course be different opinions on this matter, and they are all valid. Number 5, the glow-in-the-dark coin. Yes, you heard right. Canada is the first country to create a glow-in-the-dark coin. In 2017, the Royal Canadian Mint released a special coin to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday. This coin features a gorgeous design of a canoe under the northern lights, and it glows in the dark. definitely a unique way to celebrate an anniversary. Number 4, the Canadian Desert. When you think of Canada, you probably picture snow-capped mountains and vast forests, but did you know that Canada also has deserts? In the region of British Columbia, there is a small desert about 15 miles long, which even has a boardwalk. And on the southern edge of Lake Athabasca in Saskatchewan, there is another wilderness that defies expectations of the Canadian landscape. Are you enjoying this video? If so, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content about the most amazing places in the world and help us bring you more videos like this. Thanks! Number 3, the walled city of Quebec. A fascinating fact about Canada is that it is home to the only walled city in North America north of Mexico, Quebec City. These walls were built between the 17th and 19th centuries, and the city has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walking through Quebec City is like stepping back in time, with its cobblestone streets and historic architecture. Number 2, the longest coastline in the world. Canada has the longest coastline in the world. At 202,800 kilometers, its shoreline spans 3 oceans, the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Arctic. If you decided to walk non-stop along the coast, it would take you about 4.5 years to complete the journey. Amazing, right? Number 1, the low-gravity capital of the world. And here's our number 1 most curious fact about Canada: Hudson Bay has less gravity than any other place on Earth. This doesn't mean you'll float, but you might notice that you weigh a little less. This peculiarity is due to the absence of mass caused by a massive ice sheet that compressed the land thousands of years ago. So, if you ever want to feel a little lighter, you know where to go. Canadian gastronomy. Food in Canada is as diverse as its population. Thanks to its indigenous roots and the influences of its French and British colonizers, as well as immigration from around the world, Canadian cuisine is a true melting pot of flavors and traditions. Typical dishes. Poutine, this is one of Canada's most iconic dishes, originating in Quebec. It consists of French fries covered in cheese and drenched in gravy. It's a comforting and delicious dish that you can't miss. Tourtière, a traditional Quebec meat pie, typically made with pork, beef, and spices. It is especially popular during the Christmas holidays. Butter tarts, these small butter tarts are a classic Canadian dessert. They are made with a flaky pastry crust and a sticky filling of butter, sugar, and eggs, and sometimes contain raisins or nuts. Pea-meal bacon, also known as Canadian bacon, it is a cured pork tenderloin rolled in cornmeal. It is often served in sandwiches and is a popular breakfast. Regional influences. Each region of Canada has its own specialties. East Coast, fresh seafood such as lobster and scallops are very popular. Seafood chowder and fish pie are also common dishes. British Columbia, the cuisine here is heavily influenced by Asia, with plenty of sushi, and is also noted for its world-class wines. Prairies, known for their meats, especially beef and bison. Piragus and grilled bison are typical dishes. Canadian economy. Canada's economy is one of the most developed and diversified in the world. Here are some highlights. Natural resources. Canada is rich in natural resources, including oil, natural gas, minerals, and timber. The oil industry, particularly in Alberta, is crucial to the Canadian economy, with the oil sands being a major source of oil. Technology and manufacturing. The technology and manufacturing industries are also significant. Cities such as Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver are emerging technology hubs, attracting global talent and investment.